Good. What's the time now? Okay, good morning. I've not done live on my phone before. I mean, I've been a YouTuber for God knows how long, but I've always done live on the proper setting. So yesterday I got a call from the YouTube team. The call came in from Dublin, and they were like, "Oh, you're no longer going live again. What's happening? Blah 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 blah." I was like, "Okay, you know what? I've been a bit busy. My mornings are not as free as it used to be. I've been a bit busy. I've been running around." Trying to put in pitches, presentation. I just said I'm looking for money. I like going live is what also would also give you money. I'll be like, you know what? Like, yes, going live gives me money, but you don't understand the kind of money that I'm looking for is the kind of money that will take me and 10 or 15 people to Morocco for this is a yippee. Uh, hey, I cannot make have one to Morocco in December, and they were like, we just laughed over it anyway. Like, okay, sometimes when you're free, just do your live. You should. It's important to do your live and all that. And I told them, like, you know what? People don't really come on my live anymore, and I don't have that energy to like really be crying around. This. But I love the live. The funny thing is, I love the live, and I think that the live. First off, can you guys hear me? Please, can you guys hear me? It's important that I know that you people are hearing me, so that I don't just talk. Oh boy, there's a whole lot of messages already. Okay, they can hear me, so it's good. All right, so I explained that, but then they told me that there's nothing wrong if I do maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes live on my phone, pending when I have the time to do a proper setup. And I said, okay. And I tried to explain to that. I said, that's why I also put up videos of me analyzing football when I get to the studio. Now, my studio is no longer in Aja. My studio is in Ikeja. I live in Aja. As I am right now, I'm in Aja market, unless car park to be precise. I brought my wife to the market. I don't know why that woman doesn't like to. When I'm not around, she drives. But once I'm around, I don't know if it happens to other people. Once I'm around, like, I like the way you drive. I just like the way you drive, and then you play music, and then like, babe, can't you play music on your own? Can't you? Nah, it has to be me. You do this. This is a YouTube Premium. Your playlist is better than mine. Nah, lie, nah, wash. She just want me to be Kasali, to be a errand boy, but. This is that why we're married. We be Mugu now. For marriage, you turn Mugu. For outside, you be lion. But when you come house, you be pussycat. I say the be that. So marriage still is strong. But either ways, anyway, let's talk about football. So for this one, let's make a question and answer. Do you have any question you want me to answer within football, outside football? If not, let's end the live. So in the comment section, put in whatever question you want me to answer. You're at liberty. Ask me any question. Just any question. And we're good to go. I give you my word on that. But let me read out the few comments that I've seen. Tosiri Madi say yippee. Michael Akande Michael say hi. And una they see why I need to do this live. Una they say and somebody be doing live, people will call. You see why doing live with the phone is not even something at all. Well, let me continue from where I stopped. Tosiri Madi says YouTube said miss our live. Tosiri Madi say as about fresh like today I get bread. Well, that's what I'm teaching at this word, ja. This word don't have me, so I'm teaching now. I remember when I first used this word for radio, it was Oge Chukukama Ogo. I was like, oh God, child, you hot like today bread. That is sweet, but that get fine, sha. Yeah, that's a topic for another day. Adebayo Abdul Kaba Kayode, see, I beg, if I don't pronounce your name well, forgive me. Said hi, and so Adebayo say yes, okay, that is listening. Akande Michael says we can hear you clearly. Tosilima say loud and clear. Tosilima say crystal clear. Precious Hediwa, long time. Have fun, bros. Tosi say can't wait to come this studio. They wait for you now. Where is our class captain, Henry Moru? I'm not sure saying no side they live. Plenty questions. Okay, let me start with the ones who wanna get. Let me answer the ones who I go fi answer. Precious Yeriwa says, I don't have a question. I just want to say that With the way I'm looking at our Super Eagles, just from their facial expressions and aura, I have zero confidence in them winning any game out of the two. No comment, no comment, no comment. They said I'm in the jeans the team, so I'm not making any comment. I can name I can say, what's happening to Manchester City? What's happening to Pep, the genius? He seems to give credence to those that said he's winning because of huge budget. Okay, if that is the case, is he not? Has he not also made spend huge budget this past January, and this window? I am not, part of those people who always take joy, and it's one thing that I was discussing with a few people just this morning. People were like, they kind of like formed some funny type of intervention, like, oh, not sure say the idea of using phone to do live, not a good idea. So let me go back. And they were like, oh, that you should calm down with this your hard line of predictions and criticism and analysis, just to the simple one that everybody does. And kind of like, but bros, if I do what everybody does, how does that not stand me out? I mean, in every business that we do, are we not supposed to stand out? Are we not supposed to be the outstanding one? Are we not supposed to be like the exception to the rule? But sometimes, people react, people are very fickle, people are very emotional. And I said, listen, if you like making the leak us, like what's with that guy we the run follow politicians, maybe essay to Goodluck Jonathan, Yab Tinubu finish, Costi joined them. I don't forget name, Sha. And I know the person. Raymond Mockery. People go still insult you. So let's talk about Pep. The whole idea that is all about big money is very strange. Let's go back to the beginning. How much did he spend on Xavi Hernandez? How much did he spend on Iniesta? Okay, someone like Rijkaard that already played those ones. How much did he spend on Sergio Busquets? Because of that team, apart from Messi, the most important component of that Barcelona team was Sergio Busquets. How much did he spend on him? Right? How much did he spend on Phil Foden? How much did he spend on Oscar Bob? How much did he spend on the other small boy? It's not about money. Money does not bring the best. And then some of the players that Pep Guardiola, let's even talk about this money that people always talk about. Some of the players that Pep Guardiola signed, before they signed them, who know them? Who was Nathan Ake before Pep? Nathan Ake was like one of the most useless players. Who was John Stone before Pep? How good was Ruben Dias before Pep? How good was Jack Cancelo before Pep? Because they left Pep and we didn't see anything out of them. How good were almost all these players before Pep? So if people follow that notion, and that's why this is another reason why, one, I don't go to watch football at viewing center. I always ask people, after you hear what people talk, what are you saying? You that is watching it, what exactly are you saying? Because you can't watch football through the eyes of other people. Pep is all about big money. Meanwhile, the entire football world wants to play the Pep style of football. The entire football world wants to employ somebody who is connected to Pep. Now, big money be that too. No kingdoms stay up forever. Even in the days of the great Sir Alex Ferguson, after 3 consecutive wins of the title, he goes off. And then somebody else comes in. Sometimes it's just 1 year for the Arsene Wenger time. For the Jose Mourinho time, it's 2 seasons. So if that's happening, you're not going to give somebody credit for over 10 years of success. But you want to use 1 year and 2 losses in a new season to not classify the person. Does that already tell you that people are just fickle in nature? Just like those people who are saying, Arteta should be fired. Arteta is responsible for losing to Liverpool. Man, football fans are strange, like in ways that I cannot explain. Nothing is happening to Pep. But try and understand that Pep have gone through an unexpected divorce. Before, people normally get divorced that, he cheated, he's beating the wife, he's doing this. The wife cheated on him because she thinks, or she claimed, she alleged that Pep loved football more than her. if you're not married, you will not understand this conversation. But just try to think about it for a minute. This is the game you love. This is the one thing you've done all your life. This is a woman who's known you since, I mean, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. This is not like maybe they were teenage lovers, right? Known you all your life. Not turning against you. So every time you go to the field, whether it's match day or training, a part of you is telling you this is the thing that made the woman who love you, the mother of your kids, to leave you. Don't you know that it has a psychological effect? Imagine driving a car, for instance, and then, God forbid, but you're somebody, not you. Somebody is involved. Somebody's driving a car, and is involved in a car accident, and his brother or his twin or his girlfriend or wife dies in that accident. Do you think it will be easy for the person to just come out after treatment and just start driving again? It's not. So those could also. Pep did not tell me this, so I'm just playing. I'm putting this out. Like, these are possible things that can happen. Having said that, though, Pep lost to Spurs. Spurs have been beating all of the best teams of Pep. Spurs is Pep's boogie team. Even the worst Spurs team have beaten Pep, right? Whether in the Champions League, whether in the league. Pep Guardiola in England have lost to Spurs more than any other team in the league. So then they lost to Wolves. If you also look, Wolves were also a boogie team to them. So it's not really about the fact that, he spent big money. This team that they put together this season is more expensive than the team that won the quadruple or the treble. So I don't think that is even an issue. It's something to discuss. The man is rebuilding a new team. There's going to be some issues. Like when he came to England and in first season, he was rebuilding a new team. The team that he took over was the defending champion of the league, and they didn't win anything that season. And then he went. Last season, there was injury issues. There was a whole lot of problem. Now, this season is the rebuild. It's the start of a rebuild of a new team. It's going to take some time, which is normal. But to not discredit his success just so that some people will be right. I don't think that is. I don't know. I don't think that's the right way. People can disagree with me, but I mean, there should be facts to it. Tosilema says, "What's your take on the football culture that's dying in Nigeria?" Did we even have a football culture in the first place? Because you have to have something for it to be dying. I don't think we've ever had a football culture, and I've said this over the years. Nigeria does not have a football culture. Maybe in the 80s and the 90s, but we also do not have a football culture. Football just happened to us. People who have a football culture would have structure. You would have right now, if it is that, you will not have the skeletons, the memories of that. What we had, and even in my playing days in the league, is just a recreational act of football that was brought in by the colonial masters and all that, and then we just jumped on it. But we really do not have a football culture. Having a football culture means that there is an history of government investing. I'm not talking of just penance. I'm talking of real investment, heavy investment, football club with structured academy, with everything. As a matter of fact, this era, we have more academy than ever. People used to say, Abiola was the sports philanthropist, that. And I asked them one question. Every time I ask them this question, they will take a personal. Oh, you don't like Yoruba people? No, it's not like I don't like Yoruba people. It's Abiola. I'm just asking a simple question. At one time in his life, he funded Kafu Sendam. Well, he had 2 football clubs, Abiola Babes and Concord FC. Which stadium he built? 0. He was the richest man of his era. Which academy he built? 0. Then we go to Jasper, you go to Dodgy, you go to Jude Ezechuku, the owner of Jasper, you go to Ezechuku, what's it called? Gabros, and all the others. Just setting up a football club without structure to back it up and all that, it's not a culture. It's you just jumping on the bandwagon. And it's obviously going to fail because there's no structure backing it. That's why all of them fail. Abiola Babes, Julius Berger, stationery stores, Leventis United, Eagle Cement, and the rest, because there's no structure backing it up. There is no really corporate structure, no football structure. So to be honest, to answer that your question, Nigeria never had a footballing culture. We just have people who saw football as a gateway to escape poverty. Please click on the like button. And we've not been around since March. And just come back now. I go see the beg when I get to click on the like buttons. I beg now. So that's the answer to that question. Ola Matthews, long time. And he say, please, Elegbete, I'm curious because some Chelsea fans at my place of work won't let me rest. My question is, this new Club World Cup bigger than the UEFA Champions League? This question is both technical and political. So, on the face of it, yes, it is bigger than the UEFA Champions League. On the face of it, but there's a caveat to this, because people will take it and just edit half of this video and go and put it on social media for insult. So, look at it this way: the counter conversation will be, how many teams played in the Club World Cup as against the UEFA Champions League? Now, it's like if you ask me, is the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, bigger than the World Cup qualifiers? I would say yes, and you would agree with me. But then if we now come back to how many teams play in the World Cup versus the teams that play in the qualifiers around the world, the qualifiers is obviously bigger by that numbers. But this is what it is. You play the Champions League to qualify for the Club World Cup. I don't know if you understand that part of the talk. You cannot just attend the Club World Cup. So the Club World Cup is as a result of your success in all the competition and their lesser competition. So that's like the zenith. What the hell is that? That's like the zenith of club football, the FIFA Club World Cup. And FIFA is a bigger federation than UEFA or CAF. And then again, the Club World Cup brings together, this last one is arguably one of the best that have been put together. Maybe the games with the venue, the host may not be good, but in terms of put together, you saw teams from South America, teams from Africa, teams from other parts of the world come and give their best. So yes, the Club World Cup is bigger than any other competition. Yes. The UEFA Champions League in this case is like AFCON, the Euros compared to the FIFA World Cup. So yes, it is bigger because it is the biggest body of football that's putting it together. And all of this competition that people think are bigger than it, you need to play to qualify for that one. So that is what makes it bigger than it. You don't just get invited to it, okay? Olamachi, I hope my answer suits you. I know that people watch this video later, and the things that they will bring will be, what are the money, the budget, the fun, the winner? No, don't bring that into the conversation. Playing in England, you make more money than playing in La Liga, but you cannot convince me that the Premier League is a better league than the La Liga, for instance. But again, that's a matter of maybe perspective, as people would like to say, but the fact on ground states otherwise. Having said that, let's move to the next one. Perhaps here I say, I'm good, bros. It's been a minute. How's everything? Everything is fine. We're trying. The channel is growing. We're at 21,000. We've done 21,000 subscribers yesterday. The last time we did a live, real live, not that one. I just did in August temporarily to test something that did not work. March earlier this year, we were at 16,000. 16,000, and now we're 21,000. That's kind of like 5,000 added to it. That's like the fastest growth we've had in a year, and we're still growing. So yeah, we're doing well. Family wise, we're fine. I've cut my locks. I cut my locks last week Saturday. I'm going to have another one, so don't get used to it. So many talks anyway. And I want to also say massive thank you to the jump of the numbers of my views and all the videos that I've been putting out lately from our Ikeja studio, myself and Emmanuel Sebastian. I think Emmanuel Sebastian have grown in leaps and bounds, and it's become way better than it used to be. The guy is improving every day. So thank you guys for engaging, and for those who are insulting us, thank you too for your plenty insult. I don't know what I do now. I don't know how you cannot disagree with me and just state your point. You must insult me, Sha. It is sweet to insult me. That's how it has always been. So maybe they give an orgasm. Somebody's making they use the word orgasm again, Sha. But hey, it is what it is. Joylene has said, he said, do you think Amorim should resign as Man United manager? When I heard when I heard the rumor that he was going to resign after the last game, I think it was against Fulham. That's the game that he won 3-2. That last game, right? And I heard the rumor. I was taken aback. The reason I was taken aback, please, guys, click on the like buttons now. Why do we have 40 people viewing and we have only 3 likes? I don't understand. It also helps now. Like, it encourages you to see that people are clicking the like button. Just click it. That thumbs up like this. So, I was shocked because it's no longer a thing in football that coaches will just get angry and resign. Resign why? I don't think that Man United did a proper business in the transfer window, but I also think that Amorim have his own fault in the way things have been going in terms of result. To have 7 or 8 wins in over 30 games is questionable, to be very honest. Is Ruben Amorim a good coach? I think he's a good coach. He's a great coach. That's subjective to answer. Would he be able to take Man United out of this doldrum, this position that they find themselves? It's hard to guess. Would he resign? I don't think he would resign. Because if he resigns, he'll be losing a lot of money. And there's no guarantee that he will get an immediate job. The sporting job is no longer available. There's a whole lot going on. So why not ride the tide, get fired like Eric Ten Hag, and then get paid off, right? That's one. I don't think he would resign. I think that, so the little I know about clubs, I think somebody in the Ineos camp or the Manchester United camp, it could be the Glazers. There's no fact to this. This is just me saying it. There's no fact. There's no fact to it. This is just my opinion or supposition. They have their loyalists in the media. They sponsor that thing. They put it to put pressure on him to see whether he would jump on the bait. But, I mean, he should have his team, his legal team, and everybody telling him, no, don't try it. Or don't do that nonsense, okay? So, I don't think he will resign. If they lose 3 consecutive games, obviously they will fire him. Coaches live and die by their results. That's the nature of the job, unfortunately. Having said that, though, I don't think he would resign. I think he would stay. And I don't think that Manchester United are actually far from getting back on stage. So there are 2 phases of a club getting their mojo. That's also what's happening with Man City. One, it's that the team, luck just worked for them. Like, if you look at Arsenal Man United opening game, Arsenal was lucky. Arsenal was not like, swashbuckling. It wasn't even a tactical arrangement or anything. Arsenal were lucky. Man United hit the woodwork. Man United had some very good spell on the ball, but just didn't work. Now, there's something that people underrate in football. We talk tactics, these days we talk SG, talk all the statistics. There's one thing in football and in life generally that is magical. You cannot buy it in the shop. You cannot find it anywhere. It just happens. People used to ask me, where do I get the courage to make those audacious predictions that I used to make? It comes with confidence. You say it once, it happened, you go again, and then you start. But when you do that, you also do a lot of hard work. So it doesn't happen without a lot of hard work. So Man United right now are suffering more from a crisis of confidence. One, there's lack of confidence. So the lack of confidence is that thing that makes you always want to dwell on the ball, like to gain strength before you pass. When you're a confident player, there is one moment that I used to describe it. France versus Croatia. I think it was a World Cup game. Semi-finals or quarterfinals, I can't remember. Thierry Henry corner kick. Play the ball low. Zidane, without looking, without seeing, just flick it with his back leg. He was like high on confidence. He was overdose on confidence. Guess what? Lilian Thuram was running all the while. From the moment Thierry Henry kicked that ball, and when Zidane flicked the ball with his back heel, the ball went into the net. One matter for Manchester United, playing, I've forgotten their opponent now, whether it's Chelsea or Leicester, but back to the goal in the penalty area, the ball came to him and he used the back of his leg to flick the ball straight to a teammate goal. Arsenal, forgotten the team, but it was the Jack Wilshere that scored the goal. Like a flurry of passes, one touches, Rosicky here, Ozide, finally got to the French attack, Olivier Giroud, who passed the ball one time and straight up went to Jack Wilshere. That's something that confidence gives you. Man United right now are struggling with confidence. So if you look at the runs, because lack of confidence affects movement, lack of confidence affects decision. Confidence is like fitness, right? So that's one part. Again, Amorim also have a slice of the blame. He has this tactics that he believes in, like so much believed in, because it worked wonders, signs and wonders over 2 seasons for him at Sporting. Now, he believes that if Pep can bring his system from Barcelona to Bayern, from Bayern to Man City, and it work, as Wenger brought the system to, coaches read a lot. And then all of a sudden, he's bringing his own. He's supposed to work. Now, so he's hell-bent on, this is how we must play. I think this is my own football philosophy. It has been like that. I do not believe in a rigid tactics. I do not believe that, a coach must play one style. No, I believe in a couple of elements coming together to make a coach make decisions on how to play. Your key principle, like Jose Mourinho is flexible and rigid at the same time. So your key principle of we must defend tight must be there. That's Jose Mourinho, that's Simeone, that's what Pep, what's it called? Mikel Arteta is trying to become. But then, in the attacking phase of the game, you have to be flexible and fluid, because in defense, you can be rigid. You can say, this is how I want you people to defend, this is how I want you to play, and it works. That's for the coach. But I do believe in my coaching days that the attacking phase of the game, I will give you instruction. I will tell you where the spaces and the pocket of spaces are. But I trust your creativity and your inventiveness to happen. So I don't have to have a joystick or a remote control to be remoting you like, oh no, play like this. Which for me, I also think is sometimes something that affects Pep Guardiola. So that rigidity in his tactics is what I don't like. If you are old school here, one of the greatest match ever played, or 2 of the greatest match ever played, or probably 3, was 1994 World Cup quarterfinals, Argentina-Romania. That game ended 3-2. Now, Argentina came into that tournament with a very crazy system. The system of, when you're defending, you play slow. Once you cross the center line, it is one touch, score. And it worked. There was also many tricks. But then when Maradona was not available, he was the center of that, the hub of that tactics. They played against Romania. The game ended 3-2 in favor of Romania, but it was a beauty to watch. Another one was Argentina in France 98, Argentina versus the Netherlands. Another incredible game. Tactics, players, techniques, flair, movement, displacement, and everything in that game. And Argentina won. Then there was not the 98 finals, Brazil, France. Is it 2002 or 2006? 2006, Brazil versus France. That was another incredible game of football, where you see players' ability mixed with coaching tactics, harmonizing in perfect symphony to give you result. And I think that these days there is too much hand of the coach. Everything wants to be hands-on by the coach. I was discussing with a few guys. There are people that I used to sharpen my football skill, my football brain, Martin Tyler and a few other guys. And I was saying that, could any of these modern day coaches coach players like Paul Gascoigne, Austin Okocha, Eric Cantona, and the likes, Maradona, and let them be as expressive as they were in their days? I don't think they will, because coaches don't even want players to be expressive anymore. They want players to play according to the data sheet, like it's a flight plan. You must follow this way. No. One Roman requirement, for instance, will not thrive in this era. If Messi was starting his career now, he may not have thrived. If Ronaldo was starting his career now, he wouldn't have thrived. All those things that he did at Sporting and a couple of early years at Man United, coaches and fans and podcasters would have destroyed him before he got to the final season, that last 2 seasons at Man United, and then went to Real Madrid, they would have destroyed him. He would have lost his focus and his head. But I think that that's some of the things, because that's what's making everybody hate on Jadon Sancho, even though he have his own laziness problem. That's what's making everybody hate on Garnacho. So they bring up all those. It's bad character. It's not serious in training. Man, but I've seen players who train only once. Robin Van Persie at Man United train only once a week, and he scored 30 goals because they were managing his injury. So why can't you do the same to players like Jadon Sancho and the rest of them? My point is, while the question was about his resignation, I'm just opening up the whole problem. And then while I said they didn't do the proper signing, I thought that Man United were going to get Martinez as goalkeeper because of his experience. They got a good goalkeeper, that Lemens goalkeeper. Martinez is a young goalkeeper. He will need some time to settle in. He will need some time to gain experience. Man United is a very big club. It's not as easy as you think. And I also thought that they should have gotten a DM to phase out Casemiro, but we'll see how it goes. But in the question of should he resign, I'm not even saying should or should not. I think he will not resign. That's just the truth. Jocelyn has said, say Reno. Yes, Reno is what the name I was trying to remember. Jocelyn says that's now that's your audacity, me self like. Some people don't like him. Some people don't like him. One guy actually called me and was lecturing me that this is pride. This thing he said why that I'm trying to take the place of God, that I should listen to him. He's a man of God. God laid it in his heart to speak to him. And I told him, Oga, tell God me talk to me. If God is so threatened, he's so scared that my football analysis is threatening his place, he should talk to me. If he cannot talk to me, fuck off. And the guy's like, this is arrogance. I said, Oga, if now you both do him, una go heal him. The things that I've done with football prediction in the last 21 years, if any white man they do, una go build a statue for him. But because na black man and Nigerian, na pride. What is pride in me saying a team no go win title for 10 years plus and it happened? What is pride in me saying Nigeria no go qualify for the same me on July 2nd, 2016? I tweeted that Nigeria being put in a group with Algeria, Zambia, and Cameroon will qualify with a game or two to spare. They say people say, are they rude? Are they disrespectful? That Nigeria not going to win more than 2 games. We qualify with a game or 2 to spare. If not before that yellow card where they punish us for against Cameroon, it was actually 2 games to spare. So the thing is, I don't understand. Like, is there anywhere it is written in the Bible? I'm gonna show me that as a Nigerian or as a black man, you're supposed to be humble. You're not supposed to be. When they say God resists the pride, it not be this type of thing. I need to talk. God is not angry that I am good at what I do, but leave all those people, shall leave all those people. Akande Michael say, I believe Pep has had much impact on football, even more than Sir Alex Ferguson. But the way people, I think again, this generation like to, rent a hall, so I should be and celebrate failure. Failure is what give people orgasm. Failure is what get people high in this era. Because I was once a kid. It's like I'm old now, but I'm gonna be 48 in 2 years, in 2 months, 3 months in December. So I could say that I'm there on the high side of the age, right? Things that we didn't have growing up. I don't think anybody in the 80s watching football from afar was hating on any team. We love them because they play good football. Whether it is AC Milan that's playing or it's Juventus. If you manage to see any game watch, because we didn't really watch live games, apart from me, maybe I had the opportunity to travel to the UK or I go to the Netherlands where my sister was staying during holidays and I go watch Ajax game or PSV, depending on the one our husband carry me. It's not even my choice. Every game I watch, I just love it because it's the beautiful game of football. And it's not I hate Messi. Like the audacity to even wake up one morning and say you hate Messi and you love Ronaldo and you don't like football. And you can actually love the two of them, appreciate it, because that's the beauty of the game. But it's a different story. I'm preaching to a congregation that will not listen, so let's not even talk about that. But having said that, I think that people just want to say things like you cannot be that good. So for Pep, his being good is why they hated him. Remember when people didn't like Mourinho, like how do you go a whole season and concede only 15 goals? It's a slap to the Premier League. You don't want them to be good. And so that was a problem anyway. But make una no verse, make una no verse, not call, and you know how it be. I think if I would continue using this phone for live, then I have to go get another phone. Me weighing only one phone that they use. That's strange, bro. How many people in this world have only one phone? Yeah, that we use only one phone, and I've been using the same line since 2003. Oh, the same MTN line that I bought that time. Lord Mayor says, "Welcome back. We're back again." Yes. Aribi Sala Ifeoluwa said hi. Sorry if I Aribi Sola, sorry. Douglas Ibrahim, he say, senior man, I deal with you. Lord Mayor say, bros, who is your favorite to win the Champions League? Champions League never start. How they get favorite? To get favorite, not be when many competition start now. Like when many competition start. There's no favorite right now. There is no favorite. I want Arsenal to win it, but there's no favorite. I don't. Just remember, they say, who's your best summer signing? Javi Simons. Ah, man, I wanted Arsenal to sign that boy. Javi Simons, but it's not just one. I like the signing of Ugo Ekitike by Liverpool. I like the signing. The one that I don't like is Florian Wirtz. I think that was a waste of money. That was money laundry. I like the signing of Javi Simons. I also like the signing of Mohamed Kudus. I think that, in my opinion, I think that's a good buy. That is solving a problem, an existing problem. Quite a lot of signings that are good. This is just me focusing on the Premier League. I think I like Reinders too, Tijani Reinders for Man City, but sometimes he plays like a kid. Sometimes his decision making is annoying, you know. I like the signing of Victor Corres too. It's going to take some time for him to settle in, but it will come good. Arsenal doesn't have the creative players to also back up, you know, what he can offer, so that's a difficulty. But I think I like this signing. But Javi Simon is I mean, Tottenham got a good one. I would have loved to swap it. I would have loved Eze to go to Spurs and Arsenal signs Javi Simons. I think that's a player that would do great over a long period of time. And he's a Real Madrid player in waiting. Eventually Spurs will sell him for 150 million to Real Madrid or some other big club. But Javi Simons signing is, for me, one of the best signings. One of those players that I wish that Arsenal signed. But I think Mohamed Kudus is also good. Another player that's Matheus Cunha. He has his demons, but I think that if the setup is done right, if Matheus Cunha was signed for Arsenal, I think he would have done well. He would have brought a better link up play with Victor Corres. But hey, it's our luck. Sometimes the case of who get cap, no get head, who get head, no get cap. Tosinema says, what's your take on the disgruntled players and clubs fighting over transfer during this last window? We have too many arguments this transfer window. I do not support the position of players who are on contract going on strike. I cannot understand it. I cannot be able to relate to it, and so I do not support what Victor Corres did to Sporting. I cannot support what Isak did to Newcastle. But in the case of Wissa, he came out and he said that it is expressly written. If you argue for contract on the grounds of something that is not written, I do not know how to understand it, because it is a bad precedent. Because you can come again tomorrow and say, oh, we had a gentleman agreement that you will give me 1 billion, and then we'll not start having an argument, and then they ask you, where's your contract? It's not in my contract. We just had an argument when we were at the pub drinking. Football is too advanced, it's too professional, it's too scientific for us to hinge our argument on gentleman. You tell me talk, say, I tell you talk, say. It's like somebody come out and say, I've been wish, and because somebody said it, you should be like, no, there are some things that there are no basis to hold it. Why do you have an agent? Why do you have lawyers? Why do you have a team behind you, and then you still can't, put a contract together? I don't like it. The way they could no verse, they could no verse. Nah, calling and calling. I ain't dey do me so. I'm not gonna even see my screen again. It don't hook. I know so. Now people when they call me, they ask me whether they call World Cup. World Cup will never qualify. One of my brother, was hoping that I will come to the World Cup in the Canada. Olama to say thanks for the explanation. Adebayo Abd Kabas. Kayode says hi. Aribi Salah. Okay, Ifeoluwa says wave a hand. Oyelu Felix Chukwuka says senior bra. And I worry slangs, worry terms. Senior bra. Man is I thought your studio is in worry. Okay, never because Lagos and it's still I wanted to set up a studio in Warisha, but something's just made me change my mind. I tried it, but something's made me change my mind. Lord Mayor say Arsenal versus Norwich shares. That was the goal that Jack Wilshere scores. Lord Mayor say Flick, who coach in old days too, he is a free hand coach. Yes. Victor Anochukwu says United will win EPL this season. Okay. Adiguma says hi. Joy Hassett says most Nigerians don't like being told I told you so. They hit him, the fiki you. Timothy Odukoya say, bros, we never hear your prediction about who is winning EPL and La Liga. Not when they verse they make the prediction. Now they want my do prediction. I don't understand. I go do prediction, I go verse. Now they do prediction again. I see this. I not go do. I say I play God. The other say, who caught you on live today? Well done. Wow, caught you on live today. Academica says, what do you think about Donnarumma signing for City, especially when Pep always prefer a sweeper keeper type? Do you think Gigi from... Do you think Gigi fits in? Oh, I believe he's very good in terms of shot stopping. Pep has evolved. When I say you need to change, the man don't change. Pep was always playing false nine. He's changed to having a striker in Haaland. It's not jettisoning that sweeper keeper thing. When I need to see the man, they evolve. But people say, they only do it because it's my money. But I'm not worried. So look about that one. He say, Baba, would Zubimendi fit in Party's role? Who shall be Party's role? Una they make this Party look like Party was a hero. Party signed a 4 years contract, played only one season. Zubimendi will fit in the Zubimendi role. It's not a Party role. There's no Party role anywhere. Party not get any role. Now they do. This is some recency bias I don't like in football. Sure be somebody signed for 4 years, play only one season. What happened to the other 3 years? Who was fitting in those positions? Adiguma says, I believe the Voltamade signing for Newcastle will really shock a lot of people in the EPL. Really technical, great first touch over, even for someone at his height. If not this season, maybe next season, but this season I don't think, because he didn't do preseason with the team. That could affect him. And then the creative force behind him. The team has been unstable because of this wahala with Isaac that I don't like. Tosile they say this call don't distort our life. Tosi says so far this season, which club has surprised you the most? As for me, it's Bournemouth. Never expected them to perform this way after losing key defenders in this transfer window. For me, I think it's Everton, because everybody was looking at Everton like they will go down. Which club do you think? Spurs. Spurs has been a team that surprised me. The way they played in their first 2 games was good, even though they lost the 3rd game after I praised them. But I still think that they've done well. United will win what? Jokes, right? Ben Constantine says, good morning, big bros. What's your opinion on Chelsea this season? Another opinion. Mentor P Solo say yes. Okay, so I will end it here because somehow the video is not showing. Okay, the video is not showing, and I don't know why. So I practically will end it now, and then probably, do another live immediately after I end this one. It's strange that the players that behave well don't get his move. I mean Magai, but the ones who went on strike got their moves. Oh, you didn't see me. You can see me and I can't see myself walking there because I wish me I'm not going there and I just keep on like that. But knowing that I'm not seeing myself can be scary. How can you be doing live and not seeing yourself? Okay, so if you're seeing me, it's good now. Then we can continue the conversation. Christopher Martin, how far now? How you doing? Man, thanks. So thanks for giving this channel all the support, all the push, and everything you do for us. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's leave the we can see you. I agree that you guys are seeing, but I'm not seeing myself. My screen is blank. My screen is. I'm only seeing the things that you are typing, but the video part I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing. So let's just say that. Okay. Let's just say that I'm not lucky today. The Lord just says, Elegbete, will they see you? Is this gonna be regular live show like this? I think I'll try to do regular. It's just the calls that I hate. And then my computer is bad. My computer fell at the airport in Morocco and got smashed. Right now, not getting money. I'm recovering from spending 25 million naira in that Morocco trip. So I'm not anybody that tell me to go and buy a computer now with 2 point something million naira is just talking to deaf ears. I'm not even listening. Unless one person could miraculously dash me computer. On maybe very sharp computer like pad. I know they use all those open and close computer. What's it called? Shawolu Babajide says, Baba me, who mark your face? So Abi na bet mark. This one, I've had this since 1987, November 28th. Since 1987, 28th of November. And my mom and I caught me this mark because I came 5th in class when I was in primary 5, third term promotion exam. I came 5th in a class of 58 people. That one done did this. Mentor P Solo, you say, what's your thought on Chrysanthus Uchi not getting regular call-up and Tolu Arokodare replacing Boniface in the national setup? Tolu Arokodare did not replace Boniface. Tolu Arokodare and Boniface have actually played together in the same team. We have also, been invited together. Tolu Arokodare came on his own. They are the same generation. The Iman is about to say, make this hairstyle not master your face now, bro. No, I do dreadlock for December. December my hair good luck. See the hair safe. See how I comb this morning. Don't already twist. No, that will not be. I don't know when. Maybe when I'm older, I will be carrying low cut. I don't know, but I kind of like feel in my zone when I have my hair locks. My hair. First off, I am a lover of. I grew up watching a lot of magician, and I love the act of disguise. Okay, so I'm revealing my secret now, right? I love the act. I'm a master of disguise. I like the fact that I walk into a place, I am highly underrated. I am highly looked down on. I don't like from the get-go respect. Like, nah. I like the fact that I walk into a place or a setup and people just underrate me. I like being underrated. And dreadlock have a way of giving you that underrated feeling. It's a tout, a street boy, nah this, nah that. So that feeling is very, very good for me, right? I'm not going to change it. It's worked well for me. I like it when I'm not visible in a room. With this hair, I'm visible. Everybody sees me. I don't like to be seen. So I will obviously go back to my dreadlock. Because the thing about dreadlock is, hey, Asinokon, Anna. The thing about dreadlock is automatically people think that you are a smoker, you are a drunkard, you are low down below their standard. And I like that kind of feeling a whole lot. People don't know Mr. Controversial again, Austin, calm down now. So I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to bring back my dreadlock. I like the dreadlock thing. So it was talking about Chrysanthus Uche not getting regular call up and Tolod Arokodare. I don't think that Chrysanthus Uche are really, first of all, to call people regularly for a team that is functioning is easy. The Super Eagles have been near dead for a while now, and it's hard for people to take this, but it's the truth. I was talking to one bros. I'm not going to mention his name. He's popular, so you guys know he's a top comedian, and it was like, oh, Super Eagles, if you're too hard on them, some of them are my friends, and they call me and they say, what did they even do you? Say, what did they even do you? I said, they're not doing anything. The national team of Nigeria have expected standard. As I did so, there is a standard that my friends have for me. My workers that are working for me, Manuel Sebastian, Joy, all of the guys that work for me, there is a standard. I had a conversation with Joy one day. She told me, if you do this, you do this, you do this, I will stop working for you. I walk away no matter what you give me, no matter what you offer. That's standard, that's expectation. So she has an expectation. And I told the brother, I said, guy, I know Kelechi Anacho, these guys are your friends. Some of them too are my friends. Kenneth Tomorrow is my friend. Judo Duegal is my friend. Brani Day is my friend. Ahmed Musa my friend. So I've had friends across the Super Eagles. Oh, Sime was once upon a time my friend. So it's not as if I hate them or I don't like them. But you see, when they now come together as Super Eagles, there is the minimum requirement. And I told him, I said, between 2015 and today, he should tell me when Super Eagles have won 5 consecutive games. And we're talking and talking and talking. I said, just tell me, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, have they won 5 consecutive games between 2015 and now? That's 10 years. That's a 10 years window. 10 years. And because why he said that, why I told him that, he said, hey, they might just surprise you and qualify for the World Cup. I said, who they want surprise? For them to qualify for World Cup, maybe their own career, they won't surprise me. Do they need to surprise me to qualify for the World Cup? The answer is no. So because the team is not doing well, coaches are also afraid to bring in new players. And in the case of Arokodare was practically doing well, and coaches had no choice but to bring it because the other strikers, apart from Terry Murphy, who's doing well. And if I'm Terry Murphy, I won't come to the Super Eagles again. Because every coach comes in, they think he's good enough for friendly match, and then they don't play him in competitive match. And then when he plays a friendly match, he delivers. He does well. But they don't seem to trust. It just seems like somebody said, oh no, you know what, this one are training material. We can't use it for match. Okay? Apart from Osimhen, there's no other striker that's really doing well. Arokodare came into the team because Boniface on his own was not doing well. And then he didn't do himself well with that Russian, the tweet he made after, the post he made after the Russian game where he said he don't drop his boots. So when he was first listed in the provisional list, I was like, what the heck is wrong with these people? Why would you put his name? This guy publicly said he has dropped his boot for the national team. Don't call him. This is how they don't respect the national team. Once you said that, whether you say it officially or not, you said it on social media, we go wait for you until you come ask again, say, I'm ready to play. Oh. And then psychologically, with what has happened in this transfer window, it's good that they didn't call him. I don't think that Boniface is a bad player, but I just think that probably all of the things that have happened, because again, you must cut people slack. All of the things that have happened in his life, the injuries, the loss of your dad, loss of your mom, all of those things, they get to people. Let's not pretend. Sometimes when I sit here, my mom died 15 years ago. I still cry and wish she was here. Okay? And so I think that other people also deal with that. So there could be a lot of things happening to him that's caused that. But coach cannot invite everybody. We have a lot of players, but unfortunately, we can only invite the ones that the coach deemed fit to invite. I'm not one of those people. I've been friends with some of the coaches of the national team, but I've never believed in the idea of anybody telling the coach who to invite, because when the result comes out, it is the coach that will live with it. So I don't get involved in that kind of conversation. And that's the way I see it. That's my own take on it anyway, but maybe you guys can look at it from a different angle. Austin, how's the UK? How's everything going with you? The next question, Lord Mayor say, boss, you don't turn Chelsea You don't turn Chelsea were like underdog, Abi. I don't understand. So Babajide says your analysis of Liverpool versus Arsenal is a Maybach analysis. I don't know what that means anyway. So Babajide says all my Arsenal dude just divest me on that match. That Arteta is a Legbere coach. I think that a lot of people listen to too many people with agenda. People like agenda these days. People like the era of pure football analysis is dying. There's no, like, we don't really have the football purists anymore who understand football. So especially in this age of podcast and YouTube channel and knowing that now numbers matters. So you can be doing a great job and your numbers are not high, it means you're useless. So people try to jump on keyword. There's too much. Algorithm is controlling people's mind. People have now become zombies. The Arsenal game, the amount of flip-flopping of people about Arteta, and I think, okay, there are some ex-players too, ex-Premier League players who just have an agenda. I don't think people are happy that small Arteta out of nowhere just came in and get a big coaching job. I don't think people are happy, because if you look at the agenda against Arteta compared to other coaches, compared to what other, if Arteta celebrates, he's over-celebrating. If he stays quiet, he does not know what he's doing. If he makes substitution early, oh, he's panicking. If he makes it late, he's not focused. There is nothing Arteta can do that goes well. And then when somebody else does that same thing, Arteta will play a match, score a goal, and try to defend. They'll say he's playing ugly. The same people will not say, oh, that's what champions do, when it is Liverpool that is doing it, that you have to see at the game the best way possible. It's crazy, but hey, it is what it is. Clean Radio, that's Randy Ogbobio. That's I think it is safe to say he's my brother. And when I say that, I don't say it like, for cliche. That's my brother. Okay, so for those of you who are on YouTube, you can also subscribe to his channel. Clean Radio says Jim. Okay, you see, that's why he's my brother. He's the only person who can call me Jim. He's the only human being, or one of the very few people. If you see somebody calls me Jim, that you know that the person knows me from when I was a kid. No other person, like, you guys are hearing that for the very first time. Some of you guys are hearing for the very first time, like, that somebody calls me, like the way Austin Okonakma calls me Mr. Controversial. Like, not too many people know that name anymore, because like that name died in 2012. But try to understand. But Jim, like, if you call me Jim, or you call me Jim, you call me Waribajo, you call me, let's leave down. Let's leave all those name review now. Jim Afana, what will be your take on both games of the Super Eagles, most especially the one with Bafana go beat us? Randy Ogbobio, Bafana go beat us. We're not going to win it. We might beat Rwanda. I mean, Rwanda, that's not a football team. The fact that they came to you 1 year ago and beat us 2-1 is still very, very annoying. But because of how useless our team is, and when I say this, almost everybody who's watching this, 47 people that are watching now, why don't they even click the like button? What do I do now? Okay, all the people that are watching now might be angry, might be pissed off, but it is the truth. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to, act like, oh, I want you guys to like me. No, don't like me. The truth is, we need a miracle to win these two games. Rwanda, we might just get it easy, but do you guys realize that Rwanda came into Nigeria before some of the Eagles players? Rwanda, they came into Uyo before some of the Eagles players. And I was saying it last week to someone that you will be fan, will won't go World Cup, won't travel go watch World Cup, or want to jackpot with the World Cup. You are taking the World Cup more serious than the players. He said, what do you mean? I said, see, these players, they don't send you. They don't send you. They don't send anybody. It's not important to them. It's just cruise. It's content as far as they are concerned. Now you, they kill yourself. Bet me, Rwanda will get to this country before some Super Eagles. I said, I lie. It happened. So it's normal. Anyway, but I think that we would be able to summon courage. But I'm not building this on any evidence, because we played 6 games, all 3 home games we have drawn. So there's no evidence to support my position that we'll beat Rwanda even. I will not be surprised they beat us 1-0, they run away with a 1-0 win, or they run away with a draw. And that's Then we'll go and play South Africa. South Africa beat us like 4-0, and then that puts an end to our World Cup qualifiers. South Africa for beat us for you. Now I was in the stadium that day. They never beat us. South Africa was just over respectful, and that their short guy, where they always normally torment us, I've forgotten his name, that they choose to be off for him. South Africa for beat us for you. We're useless, you. But hey, it is the Super Eagles. People say when their back is against the wall. This time they don't break the wall. Their back, they inside swamp. Super Eagles, they swamp. The people always say they take them serious. They treat them like on a normal day. When the way fans used to treat Super Eagles when we were growing up, the Super Eagles now they feel like Nigerians really the best for them. But people see they worship them, they treat them like you play 6 World Cup qualifiers. Where has it ever happened? Even in the years where we need to qualify for World Cup, what's ever happened? Say we don't play 6 matches against the worst set of football teams that we have ever been paired with. We are paired with Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Benin Republic. Let's remove South Africa out of it. These 4 teams, none of them have seen the semi-finals of the AFCON before. None of them have gone to any youth competition internationally. None of them have produced any players that is known. The last time we know any player from Zimbabwe, his name was Peter Undolov. He played for Coventry City. Nobody has ever come out of Lesotho playing football. No, like Rwanda just got out of genocide recently. Then they'll be able to put a team together that is a thorn in our flesh. Let's play South Africa. Okay, South Africa, they've hosted World Cup, they're a big team. We can still respect them. But for when Nigeria, South Africa not supposed to be a big team. Now we need to pray, we need to fast. Man, damn. Sawalu Babajide says, I heard Anislot said that he wasn't expecting a win in the match. It was never a game of plenty goals. Well, modesty sometimes fits some people well. It doesn't fit other people well. If he wasn't expecting a win, shouldn't have played his best team. I don't believe in those kind of talk anyway. Those are just, let's stay modest. Let's not try to be too arrogant. It's okay. Ola Ose Ejuke is probably injured too. Yes, he is. Adigu Mayowa says, we all know the expectation on Arteta this season, but what of Maresca? If Chelsea failed to win silverware this season with the cash spent, do you see Chelsea firing him? And do you think he should be fired? I don't think that Maresca should be fired. Maresca won you guys the competition that he was on. That was, he won the Conference League. He didn't qualify for the Conference League. They were in the Conference League before he got hired. He won that one. The league they didn't have a squad that could have won the league. They didn't have a squad that could have won the FA Cup. The Carabao Cup should not be something that big clubs should be pursuing. Long story short is that he won the smallest trophy, which is the Conference League in Europe, and then he won the World Club Cup. That's, for me, has bought him this season. And again, when you look at the signings and the transfers that they've had, I don't think there is really high expectation on Maresca. On the part of Arteta, I said it the day Arsenal announced the signing of Andre Beta. I said that, this was my statement, Andre Beta will sack Arteta and, eventually convince the board to sign in a Simeone, or the options are there. If we want to go for the old man, which is a temporary fix, we'll try to convince as a flip to come coach at Arsenal. If not, the options with the young set of coaches, they've done two Spanish coaches now, so Arsenal is not going to get a 3rd Spanish coach, so Arola is not going to get the job. But we're not going to go for Thomas Frank because of his connection with Tottenham Hotspur right now. But then there could be Thiago, the Juventus coach. There could also be Xabi Alonso, Xabi Hernandez, I keep calling him Xabi Alonso, but he's a Spanish man. So Spanish people are out. Now, one bigger name that could be called, but that means that a rebuild will have to restart from afresh again, will be Zinedine Zidane. That's a very bold move. But what would happen, that can only happen if Zidane sees that the French national team job will not be available again for a while. And then if he can get a clause on the contract that says, if France come calling, you guys will release me from my contract. But big clubs don't do that. So I don't know. But if Arteta doesn't win anything, and there are only 3 trophies he can win, as a matter of fact, there are only 2 trophies: the Premier League or the Champions League. If he wins the FA Cup, that's rubbish. If he wins the Carabao, no, Arsenal should not even be playing in the Carabao Cup. That's it. So it is up to him to win or not to win. Unfortunately, Arsenal did not solve the problem from last season. The problem, Arsenal have never had a striking problem. The people who kept saying Arsenal have a striking problem are always making me laugh. A team that consecutively had scored 18 out of the 19 teams in a league does not have a striking problem. There's never had a striker problem in Arsenal. The problem with Arsenal is creativity. There's only one man or 1.5 man that is creating the ball, and that's why the team is divided. There's strength on the right and no strength on the left. Odegaard in the history of football is the first number 10 who cannot pass to the left side of the field. All his passes are always on the right, and it has to be to Bukayo Saka. If he doesn't have Bukayo Saka, he doesn't play well. That's not a good way of play. But hey, if Arsenal, Ateta, to your question, if Ateta doesn't win anything this season, my brother is fired. I'm his senior, there's solid supporter, but he will be fired. Ben Junior says, no vessel, make I take us off our darling football for a few minutes. Now school fees period we day. I just need a few thoughts from you. I am really done with not meeting up. My brother, now everybody, as I did, so now 3.8 million naira now be my children's school fees. School will resume. I'm not sure, say I cannot beat my chest right now, say I don't complete my children's school fees. That's one. And there's so many others, other payment that needs to be taken care of, insurance for health, all those things, all those extras that you need to do. So now everybody, I say they do you, I say they do me. Now all of us, they deal with this. So all my friends who are abroad too, I not feel they call them for money again, because them too, like say the same while they face them, because everybody now he read for them, and all the senior bosses now, then they would respond again. So I asked somebody for money that they say you will carry 25 million go Morocco. You don't know, say you go pay school fee before you do that. I'm not just talk. I just say okay, no problem. It's one of those things. These things happen. So they say using Maybach means it was a classy expose. Well, I try to be different from everybody. That's why I also don't rush. I try to listen to people, like what are they really saying? What is that? I'm live, yeah. So that's my wife. I'm turned this woman told me to drive her. She did it. So it's tough for everybody. Oluwadare show me says hi. Amazing. It's been a while. He said honorable and is painful truth. Some of us don't plan already for America. But so I telling her from the beginning. I said those of now where they plan to use this World Cup jackpot, Mona forget her, Mona make alternative plan. This one not beside I tell her now after 6 games. I tell her before the first ball was kicked. And that time people they insult me, they talk all the time. I say, look, that be matter of insult. I know this player as personal. I'm closer to this. I'm not be one person for media where, yes, Pesita was a South African player that I was trying to remember. If he was informed that day, all this talk, all the talk now, don't forget him. Thank you very much to Selimade. You don't turn to my sidekick. Yes, thank you very much. What's it called? The Super Eagles team. Most times, like, you don't like them, you're beefing them, you're hating them. Who get time to beef useless human being? Like, when I never think, when we're talking that, like, these players, they resemble, as horrible as the class of 94, 96, 98, 2000, as they are, maybe as individuals, they make up greatly with the quality of football that they played. The Super Eagles team of Ghana Nigeria 2000 that did not win the tournament. It's one of the best teams that I've seen play for Nigeria in the way they played, the transition, defending. We just did not win. We were unlucky with penalties. I can understand that. This team is the worst set of players that have played in the last, since 1945. The worst set of players that play for the national team. I don't owe anybody apology for that one. I don't want to be nice to people. They are freaking useless. Now when they talk, some people like, who that? There's nobody plus the age cheating what they do. There's nobody in that team that is older than me. So I know nobody will come and say, oh, they're older than you. No. All those mumu will go to Twitter say, but they get money passing, they jealous them. You don't get any time when the Super Eagles play. You don't know, say, if I beg them money, all this year about they have them since. Therefore, don't screen grab my asking them for favor. Put out everywhere. How about marriage JC when one get ask Boniface, the guy come to say no get ski. They put out. I'm not that kind of guy. I go fit soak gari and look fresh. I fit still shop caviar, $20,000 caviar, and still look fresh. I don't need anybody where they play football. I don't even they take footballer jersey. Like I need to take. I don't want. They want to even be my friends, like we'll be close friends. No, they take because it will always be interpreted differently. Are there some of them that are doing well in terms of playing? Yes, but it's not good enough. The team is disunited. The team is dysfunctional, and we should be saying it. The thing is, we have not decided that the Super Eagles, once you're a Super Eagles player or a Nigerian player, you should never be criticized. Where did they see that kind of thing? Once you criticize that you are a bad journalist, you are jealous, you are beefy. The other day I asked someone, and I said, we know musicians, brothers. We know their friends. We know people where be say because they associated with Davido, Whiskey, Banky W, Burna Boy, they are living well. They are doing well. Please name people where they associated to our footballers where they do well. So before now, even they talk of this beef or say you beg money, they don't give you. Show me the people where they don't improve their life. I don't know football. Now the industry why I've been in this industry all my life. I've seen the very best come and go. If not football matter, I make bold to say nobody sabi and reach me. And I have proof, evidence day. And not just the talk, and not be VDM, but evidence, full ground. Nobody. We quiet, they say we quiet. If you want talk, bring your best football analyst, make it sit down next to me. I go at China, at class, I no sabi anything. That's my own. Now, when we talk, there are things that footballers do. Like, oh, this one is good. You praise this one on the merit. First off, as an analyst, you judge every situation on their individual merits, right? But you make prediction based on accumulated precedence, right? So if somewhere along the line, let's say Super Eagles play against Rwanda on Saturday, they beat Rwanda. They go to South Africa on Tuesday also, and they beat South Africa. I will come here and praise them. But I will also remind everybody that they left it too late, right? If they, again, that will also bring insult to them, because if they know say they go feel win like this before, why did they wait for that long, right? That be the conversation. But people don't understand. People think that, oh, everybody should be like XYZ. I was somewhere and somebody said, hey, why you need to hype the Super Eagles like fans tribe? I was like, no, that's their model. And it's a very good model. They're doing well. It generates a lot of following. It's fantastic. I said, but I can't show them one video. I said, see fans tribe, they run down Chan Eagles. Are they not Nigerians? The same fans tribe now where you think say they help the team. So they run down Chan Eagles. Why would I not talk say that because, oh, this one's there abroad, they discriminate but that's why you want me to be like. Now, is this analysis? Yes, they didn't do well. They didn't do well in Chan. But if it is okay to tear down the Chan Eagles, why is it not okay to tear down a team that have played 6 World Cup qualifiers and won only one? They've not won a single game at home. Is it that they have a problem with their home fans? People will pay money to go to stadium to watch their team. And if you count the game against Ghana, the 2-leg against Ghana for the Qatar World Cup qualifiers, you know how many games we would not play for World Cup qualifiers who will never play well. But hey, neither for the hate. It's not about hate. If the analysis, I always tell people, don't come with cause and this hate word or beef. If I put my analysis on ground, come with your own that counters it, that shows that, oh no, there's fault here or there's fault here. This is what we talk. We can agree to disagree and disagree to agree. This is for football analysis. But people think like, oh, dude, the only way to counter an opinion once you know they in line with your own means that you're hating. I like you. Ben Kasati says, so happy your former colleague Murphy is coming back. I'm happy too, like very happy. It's a good thing. And again, that's when I saw that, in the first thing that crossed my mind is that's why I keep saying that if you travel abroad, not run down Nigeria. The Nigerian market is still very, very important. Because some of us, I was telling one of fellow journalists that went to Canada, and he was like, man, I can't fit into the system. I said, yes, that's why you should not disconnect from your base. Because if you cut a tree from its roots, the tree go die. You might go anywhere in the world. Asians don't do it. Indians don't do it. Chinese people don't do it. Jamaicans don't do it. Why would you just leave Nigeria? Nigeria is a zoo. God forbid. Now that country, now there your money do. Now there your source do. And I like the fact that They are coming back because there's a market for them. That same type of thing. So there's no market in the US, in the abroad for it. So what sells in one place might not sell in another place. So I'm happy for them. Very, very happy. Those are my guys. Murphy is one of the hardest working human being that I work with. I love him. I would always, respect him for that. Having said that, what's it called? Rewa Samson Ifoluwa says, hello, sir. What's your take on these points deduction of South Africa by FIFA? They never deduct the points now. They never deduct the point. Why are we hinging everything on this point, so-called point deduction, by the way? Why is everybody getting hyper on point deduction, point deduction? Deduct point how? I've Lesotho filing a protest. When this is start, I'm not telling, I said the Southern African teams, they go conspire with each other. There is a time frame. There's a time frame for that protest to be filed. And Lesotho did not. The time frame has elapsed. Even if you not protest, it's Nigeria that is protesting. They didn't play against Nigeria with that fault. So it's Lesotho's position to protest. Again, people talk about the point deduction. Let's even look at the table. We are fourth now. If they deduct that point and give it to Lesotho, Nigeria will go to fifth. How does that even favor us in the first place? How is it that Nigerians just arrogantly think that once South Africa get out of the way, we can qualify against the rest? Now, the same 1-1 game where we'll get against South Africa, and I will get against the other teams where they compete with us. We'll play Rwanda tomorrow, on Saturday. Win or lose, we're not going to go on top. South Africa plays on Friday. Think about it. South Africa plays on Friday, meaning that if they win, they're not even a reason Nigeria. They'll come wait for Nigeria next week, Tuesday or Wednesday also. They play Nigeria. All they need to do. Thank you very much, Delaro, for sending me 1,000 naira. You don't take what I see this thing. You don't take. Thank you. So they'll be sitting where they are and be like, why should no, not Delaro, I just said that one. Sorry, I'm giving another person credit. Siko, you be idiot. You be malufish now. You be malufish. Malufish now you be. But thank you all the same. Let's that's me 1,000 right now because so what was I saying? What's my flow of thought? So whether they deduct point or they no deduct point, it not favor Nigeria in any way possible. Deduction of point to the one we go bring shame to us, pass. The first thing deduct this point, Nigeria not go still qualify, South Africa go still qualify ahead of us. There are three major teams in this qualifiers. There is South Africa, there is Rwanda, and there is Benin Republic. Any of these three can qualify. Those people who are banking on the second spot, let me give you news flash. Nigeria not that's it. So if we win all our matches and we end up in second, Nigeria may not get the points to even qualify. And then even if we qualify, this team does not look like a team that will get that so spot, because the way it works is that we will play the African qualifiers, we will come and go and play another continent. We never fit win some of the worst teams in Africa. We they think say we'll go beat some people. I just looking at the live shot, but hey, life goes on. But I'm not banking on it. The Larwaju says, sorry guys, I'm not seeing like button on my screen. I can only see love. I be the like button, bros. Press them. I can only see love and other laughter emojis that I have clicked on. Just somebody says, if you're watching from your phone, click on the three dots on the top right corner to see the like button. Thank you very much. Even in my first time why they use phone, they do live. So there's some things I don't even understand. If you say now, say Google call me to tell me, say I'm at do live now, Abadala. And I see somebody does ask me 1,000, but this is 1,000 we give me to a fake bribe. Your father Yash, like your father Yash. Yes, let me talk. I need the fear to tell you. Academic says, Elaraju, look up on your phone, okay? Oluwa Tomiwa Raphael Adetunji Obe XWF. Abi, how would you talk? He said, hi, Alagote TV Sports. I hope everything is going okay. Now everything is good. That's all you take right time. Now they respond to. So I want you to say, Baba, I noticed teams mount 10 men behind the ball against Arsenal, but with other teams they play free-flowing football. The reason is Leeds United did not match 10 men. What was the scoreline? Want to play football, maybe they concede 5 goals per match. They are playing the kind of football that will give them the results. My mother and daughter come. My boss is coming, so I'm getting ready to end this, and I think I will do this on a regular basis now. And now that I know that I can do it on my phone, I'll do it on a regular basis. Sawalu Babajide says we need a Kazola Rosicki kind of player. Yes. Slim Tech Reactor says hi. The Lara say I'm an Arteta fan, but if he does not win good stuff, he should be sacked. It's up. Are you done? Yeah. No, I don't have cash. I don't have cash. I only have foreign currency. I don't have Nigerian currency. Okay, no problem. I only foreign currency in my hand now. Baby, they toast you. You're toasting my wife. You're toasting my wife. Don't worry, I'm only joking, guys. Don't worry. Olafa say, good afternoon, boss. You are looking felicious. Thank you. I don't know what it means. But it has to be good anyway. Alara said, okay, send the like button. Okay, Alfonso's Apollo say, hello, Mr. Alegbete. You are always be my favorite analyst and best predictor of football games since I followed you. What's this? Orange. I need a drink and wine. Anything we got for I need a pineapple. Not gonna let me pause you. No, I need a drink and wine. Don't drink alcohol. I'm a Nazarite. What a novice. I don't know. I think it's good. I know that's sweet too. Orange and pineapple. It's like my black orange. Thank you very much. Favorite analyst and best prediction football games. Since I followed you that time, you were Brilla. Okay, Brilla FM. Thank you very much. The way you write this in the best of your stammer, but thank you. However, say I've seen players arrival videos on other countries' YouTube channel. Now for X, we dey see Super Eagles on the NFF do not understand how to use media. So let's not. That's a big topic. Me and the man is about to go do that one. Go do a proper video on that one. What's his name now? So let's just Madam, you know I put my boot to close am, I beg. Once again, Siko, thank you for the 1K that you gave me. I mean, maybe I pay for my juice. I like you. My wife buy that one. Lord Mayor says, okay, so Afonso Apollo says, you do football prediction again? If yes, I would like to know what time. Okay, so I've been having a lot of people asking me, babe, can you help me lock the boot? It's not well locked. My light is showing here. Like, I've been having a lot of people ask me, oh, football prediction. Fantastic, yeah. You know, but I think I would try and do the show. Since VAR came, I've been like very careful with prediction because I think that football now, all the matches are fixed. That's my opinion. I'm not saying I don't have any fact about it, but I just think that football matches are fixed. And sometimes once they study the betting pattern, they change the game with their VAR and dubious scores. So I don't make predictions. What I hate is to make predictions that make people lose money, and that's not good. My wife is ready to go and waiting. Lord Mayor say, boss, can we believe that that Norway will qualify for the World Cup? They started well so far. I have to do my research to give that answer. I can't give an answer straight to this one. Siko Blade says there is a good market for it. Get that wish. Ooh. Okay, guys, I beg you, not type any message again. Let me just read this last ones and then carry my wife go back to house. Mike Emwe says hi. Olatunji Manuel says what's your take on Ruben Amorim so far? I think I've read that. I've answered that one before. Moshud Fatai say, how do you know that Nigeria can't win? Please, how do I know? What was the last game they won in the qualifiers? A team that have won only one game. If Nigeria, let's say this Super Eagles not be Nigerian team, they have played 6 games out of 10 and they've won only one. Would you be bold enough to put your money on them? Say they're gonna win match. If na league form, na league they day, this team they for league. 6 matches played out of 10. They've not won one game at home. Would you be able to bet on them? Do I need to bring juju or rocket science to explain that to you? Mike Ewing says, though we are not banking on it, my brother, anything can happen in football. Anything can happen. Let me say Sunderland go win Premier League. Second Blade say, I go come house, come collect come collect now, no wala. Ogusala Abdul Karim Dayo says, good afternoon, sir. I don't miss your morning live show. I'm going to do live now, but with my phone. Because I say, please do. Dej Olufunkayo says, I don't press love. Tire. Sorry, no verse. Even me, I be Mugu. I don't know. Hamed Abiola says, the goat of pundits. TJ say, please, I want to ask if you are the same. I never said I'm overdose. Overdose, I used to hear his voice in Brilla FM. No, I'm not overdose. My name is Idafi Matthew Esiogene, the Elegbete one of sports. Finish. Adigumayawa say maybe Amorim should change his system to a 3-5-2 from the 3-4-3. See, you saw this 3-5-2, 4-3-3, 4-2-1. It means shit in football. It is the application of the players in transition that really matter. You can play any formation, the application of the players, putting the right players in the game and them applying themselves. That's what really matters. But right now, guys, I need to end this live. We would have more lives. I give you my word on that. We have more live. Take our official says hi. I have to go now. My name is Idafi, not overdose. My name is Idafi Matthew Esiogene, the Elegbete one of sports. Unado.